threats, and how they affect our society and our community everywhere. First off, we will start with children and how affecting them can help our future generations. Because what is a country? It is the future generation. We can't change what there is now, but we can change what happens in the future. Children, as I said before, are the main target for this. Because if we can change them, we can change what happens later on. They think of it this way. They are a blank canvas, and their experiences is like a paint for this canvas. So we must teach them what is right with our paints, with our colours. If we teach them what is wrong as a right and they end up unethical, then what happens to our society? It will just be corrupted and we will end up no longer as a full society. Also, if we imagine if there was a person who didn't know, he's still very young. All these young people, they still don't know what's wrong from right. So if I was to plant an idea in this child's mind, and it was a very bad idea, they would grow up thinking it's a normal idea. And it may cause bad consequences when he grows up. The thing is, as my colleague said before, this is all about us as being an older generation now. We must teach all the younger people to stay away from these bad things and to shy into the good. There are many causes that lead to deviating in these kinds of means. For example, one of the biggest today is the television, sort of media. Do you know what your child is watching? I highly doubt it. They're in front of the TV all day. Well, when they come back from school anyway. And you don't know what they could be watching. There could be subliminal messages in there. We don't know. Another thing is video games. This is for slightly older generation. For example, us at the moment. Video games, it has its positives and its negatives. For example, video games, they give us in our free time something to do. But in a negative way, people can get addicted. And this affects like their education and their socialism. School, very big part of the first 18 years of anybody's life. School is where you meet people, where you learn things. As I said before, the blank canvas, this is where the canvas gets painted. In school, there are many things that can affect a child, or even affect us, older teenagers. For example, we could befriend people that don't really know what is ethical and what is correct, and we learn from them, and that affects us in every way. Some people, when they learn their beliefs, their religion or whatever it is, they learn it in an incorrect manner. For example, there are some people, some of us maybe here, that have learned from the outside. We learn our religion from books that were not created by Muslims, Aslan. So, you know, it's odd, these kinds of things. These days, there's no way for a young child to find a way to fill his time. That's why when I said there's advantages to also video games, that's what we do these days. We need to find a way to get the youth to grow in a good manner. Because these days, everything that's like out of the way, that's not school, is pretty much not a good thing. And that's not like studying. Another big thing is if a family is slowly dissolving, you know, like the dissolution of the family, this affects not just the child, or not just, it also affects the parents, for example. And this leads to negative behaviors. And these negative behaviors, they affect everything. They affect the link between the parent and the child and his friends. It affects everything in the child's life. Thank you, and I'll pass it on to my colleague.